Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea. Oh God, that's not a good start. Welcome to Tea Talks with Mo. There's too many T's there. There's way too many T's. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a good day. Okay, so it started off. It didn't start off very well for me. This whole series, I guess. This is the third time I'm trying this. I just reset my router, so hopefully the internet stays on this time. So yes, welcome to Tea Talks with Mo, where I'm going to just randomly spew out a whole bunch of bullshit, and hopefully, we learn something about each other. I don't know. I don't know what the whole concept is. And okay, so let me start from the beginning, okay guys? I have a creeper mug. It is filled with Yorkshire tea with a splash of milk and 2 teaspoons of sugar. It tastes good. That's the way a brew should be. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are all well. Okay, so basically this whole Tea Talks concept is just a way for me to just sit back, relax, and talk to you guys, and we'll see where it ends up. So I do have a topic in mind to talk about today, and it's opinions. Opinions are all over the place. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone and their mom has an opinion, right? Opinions in itself, I think, is good. I think it's good to have an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. It's good to have an opinion on it. Whether to put it out into the world, I think you need a filter. I think everyone needs a filter. And some people have filters, some people don't have filters. People just say what they want, Oh, this food tastes horrible. Oh, this steak is too rare for me, or blah 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 blah. Now, what are you using the opinion for? Is also a big question. Are you using it to hurt someone? Are you using it to make someone feel good? Are you using it just for the sake of using an opinion because you have it, right? In this world of freedom of speech, anyone can say anything. Everyone has an opinion on the president or the prime minister, and some people use that opinion to influence other people. But my question to you guys is your opinion, whose opinion do you take to heart? Do you take the people from that are closest to you's opinions closer to heart? Say there's a new drink out on the market, right? Say there's a new drink out on the market. You've not tasted it, but your cousins have tasted it or whatever, and they tell you, oh, it's really good. And then these big brands and stuff like that see how well this drink is doing and are slating it. I say, oh, it's got no taste to it, blah blah blah. Do you take their word for it? Or third option, do you take the opinion of someone that you don't even know, like a YouTuber, for instance, or me, who's on Twitch? Do you take my opinion for it? If I said to you, oh hey, this drink was disgusting, but your cousins say they like it, the big brands say they don't like it, this YouTuber says they don't like it, obviously the people that make the drink are like, hey, our drink is amazing, these are our sales figures. Which one do you personally take to heart? Now, for me, I will say I'm guilty of taking advice from the big brands. We've all done it. We've all been there. You know, we've all been in that situation where we're influenced by TV shows and movies and all sorts of people, and you then think, oh well, I don't want to taste it. I don't want to taste this drink. You know. For me, I'm guilty of that. And not only, but the thing is, if my cousin tells me, hey, this tastes really good, I will take that as well. So it kind of depends on my mood personally, you know. Shazam says, if my friends say it's drink disgusting, then I would try it to see if it's disgusting or not. That's a different way of using your opinion, I guess. He's saying it's disgusting, but you're still going for it because you still have your mind, and you're like, can it really be as disgusting as this person is saying? Because you don't really believe them, but you kind of believe them, you know. So I'm terrible at talking to the camera, as you can probably tell. I'm trying my best, and I'm obviously stuttering, because when I get nervous I stutter. An example I was giving before my internet decided not to work was, okay, so the PlayStation 5 design was revealed last week, and people have been making memes out of it. Fine, that's totally fine. But how many of you guys actually put your PlayStation 5 or any console for people to see? You know, do you do that? Do you put it on to your shelf or your mantelpiece and are like, hey, look, I got a PlayStation 5. Look, I'm gonna just leave it there now. And you anytime you come in, you reintroduce them to the PlayStation 5. Oh look, it's my PlayStation 5. Oh hey, it's my Xbox One. Look how cool it looks. Yeah, it's just you see, a console or even like some certain PCs and stuff like that, they look great. It's like as a novelty that you can show it off and like, oh look at my PC or whatever. But do you, most of the time, you just put it on the side. You tuck it away somewhere. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, so people are trying to convince other people to not buy a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One. Say, oh look, the design of the Xbox One is so much better than the PlayStation 5, or the PlayStation 5 design is so much better than the Xbox. When really, that opinion is an opinion. It's an opinion, but are you swayed by that opinion? You know, a lot of people will be swayed by someone else telling them, hey, oh, I'm gonna get the PlayStation 5 this time. You know, I like the design better. Like, is that really something that should be focused on? You know, should that really be something that you're focused on? I don't know. I personally think it's amazing how many people commented on the design of the PlayStation 5 when really and honestly they're just gonna put it on the side like every other console that they've ever had. You know, they're not gonna put it on show. They're not going to, you know, they'll take a picture of it when it first comes, they get it first, and put it on Instagram or whatever, and that's it. Really, that's it. Another place where I see a lot of opinions these days is obviously YouTube. You know, now don't get me wrong. Okay, so there's some certain communities out there that are actually really, really good. You know, and the comments are going to be really nice and sweet. You know, perfect. That's perfectly fine. That's completely great. You're trying to make someone's day better, or you just enjoyed the content. That's completely fine. But it's one of those things where don't know, when you look down most YouTube channels, you just see a bunch of complaints, you know, and is it worth crying about? You know, is it worth crying about? If you don't like the content, why watch it? You know, why are you sat there watching it? That's one thing that I get. But yeah, a lot of people go in with their opinion, but they don't tell people how to rectify themselves. So there's a different. I think there's criticism, which is a form of opinion, and then there's constructive criticism, which is also a form of opinion. Which one of those two is more helpful? You know, I think obviously constructive criticism is way better. Tell them, hey, oh, your sound quality is a little low. Maybe try upping it a little bit. Oh, the video quality isn't great. You know, oh, your green screen isn't great. You know, like that. Like you can tell someone, oh yeah, your green screen isn't great, but tell them how to fix it. It's like, oh, you need to fix the lighting issues. You know, you need to put some lighting into the shot, and it'll make your green screen a little bit better. Everyone has an opinion. And a lot of the time, people don't know what to do with their opinion. That's why I think all these anonymous chats and whatnot, anonymous places, you just see the worst of people. I feel like you just see the worst of people because it's all anonymous. I feel like a lot of these companies know what they're doing by giving them that power, you know. I feel like if people were held accountable, they would be a bit more standoffish when it comes to their opinions, you know. I don't know. It's a tough thing, you know. It's a tough balance to have. I think, especially with opinions and criticisms and compliments and all that kind of stuff, you just kind of need to know when to do it, and you can't teach that. You know, you can't teach when is the best time to give a compliment, when is the best time to give a criticism, you know. So a lot of the time, especially when it's anonymous, a lot of people will just give criticisms because they don't want to say anything good, you know, because they'll see the bad in someone before they say the good in them, you know. I don't know. It's a big thing, and opinions have a lot of power. You know, opinions can sway people, can manipulate people. You have to be very careful with your opinion. Twitter is another place where I see a lot of people just spouting off their opinions about random things. Like right now, I bet you're going to be this is going to be uploaded to YouTube. I know that I'm literally going around in circles right now, but a lot of you are going to tell me your opinion on what you're watching, you know. Shai Hosa came in and said he needs tea now. Bring your tea, man. Bring your tea. Oh. So yeah, a lot of people are going to tell me about my show, this bullshit that I'm making right now, and they're going to tell me how to make it better. Great. By all means, I can take creative, you know, thinking people telling me how to make my show better, right? That's great. But there's going to also be, oh, this is shit. Oh, this was terrible. Oh, what, you think I don't know that? Like, this is my first time doing something like this, where I'm just talking to a camera, you know, and hopefully I'm just talking to, hopefully people will talk back to me, you know. So it's one of those things. I don't know. I can, like I said, I can take constructive criticism, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of it because this is like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I am just trying to find my feet. I try to want to make it a little bit more structured than I am right now. Like I'm gonna have some notes up and stuff like that. Like this is just me testing the waters. This is me trying to be a little bit adventurous and try and get out of my comfort zone, because usually what I'm doing is I'm talking to people one-on-one, and I can bounce off that person. You know, some people are very talkative and have a lot of cool things to say, and I can just bounce off them, and it's really, really fun. But I don't do this very often where I'm just talking to you know, and I kind of need to be able to do that, you know. So yes, opinions. I've said a few things already about opinions. To the people in the chat, by the way, guys, I am streaming this on Twitch. So if you're watching this as a VOD or on YouTube or even maybe in a podcast form, I haven't decided where I'm gonna throw this thing at. I pose this question to you: whose opinion do you take to heart? You know, and the example that I used before was of a drink. Let's go with a different example. Let's go with a game. Okay, so whose opinion do you take to heart? So you have a few choices here. Your friends and family have the people that are closest to you have said it's a great game. It's a really good game. You should play it. A YouTuber by the name of, I don't know, Silly Jeff or whatever, I don't know. He comes up and he says, oh, this game is terrible, don't play it. A big company who reviews games and whatnot, they also say, oh, it's an okay game, it's not great, you know. Some of the rival companies that this game is with say it's a terrible game. Obviously, the people that made the game will say it's a great game. You should play. Everyone should play it at least once, right? But the rivals and everyone are saying, oh, it's a terrible game. Don't play it. Which of those people do you believe? You know, which of those opinions? I don't know. A lot of you will say, oh, the closest to you will be the ones that you believe, and you're gonna end up playing the game. But a lot of people are guilty of actually listening to those people that are saying, oh, it's a terrible game. You know what one of the sayings is like I think it's in Gujarati, but I'm gonna try and translate it. It's a lie will go around the world 7 times before the truth goes around once. And I think that does speak volumes. I think that speaks volumes. So Starfish, Death by Starfish says, I try not to take opinions of anyone until I try it. Now, that's great. That's really good. And I think a lot of people should do the same. Especially if you're interested in something, you know, just say Death by Starfish. You're interested in the sea, and this game is about the sea. You know, try it before you give your opinion. You know, because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They listen to people that don't like the sea, and they say, hey, oh, that game isn't great, you know, it's like because they don't like the sea. You see, everyone has their opinion, and the opinions are formed by the experiences in their life. You know, their opinions happen. You know, now if I know that someone in my life, actually one of the customers in my store is afraid of flying, and she will tell you straight up, don't go flying, it's terrible. You know, you're in this little metal box, you know, you're quarantined in this little metal box. How do they even fly? How do they even get off the ground? Right? Now, if I took that person's opinion, I would never go abroad unless I went on a boat or teleported, you know, because that exists. But no, if someone told you see, and you probably wouldn't believe that, you know, like, oh, you know, so why does it not apply to everything else, you know? It's just one of those things. So they say, oh, don't this get they in their life are afraid of flying. If you didn't ask them, oh, why are you telling me this, you know, like, and they didn't tell you that they were afraid of flying, then you would probably take that to heart and be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't. It's true, you know, it's true. It is a metal box, how does it even fly? I don't know anything about aerodynamics and all that bullshit, you know. So be careful about the opinions that you speak, and be careful about the opinions that you take. You know, because anyone can, like I said, anyone can sway you, anyone can manipulate you. You just have to be careful about whose opinions that matter to you the most. You know, the big companies, big brands, and all that kind of stuff, they'll always try and sway in their direction. Obviously, if a company is going to try and sell you something, they're going to tell you it's the best thing ever. It's so amazing, that kind of stuff. You know, you kind of have to dig deeper. You know, even like YouTubers and stuff like that, you kind of have to wonder, oh hey, this person, this person, you have to look into it. Like, oh, did this person get this item for free? You know, are they in good relationships with the brand that they're trying to sell to you? And are they trying to sell you something? You know, I can tell you right now, MoKaji, Twinings, and Yorkshire tea taste the same, right? Do you believe me? Yeah, Yorkshire tea and Twinings tea taste the same. Do you believe me? How do you know I'm not being paid by someone like, I don't know, another tea company to let you know that this tea isn't, you know, that's the better tea. These two are just horrible. You know, I can sit here and tell you, oh, Yorkshire tea is the best tea. You know, so you have to do your research on that, because like I said, it's all just opinions. You know, opinions can be changed, you know, and I guess I should have said this before. Everything that I'm saying is my opinion. If you'd like to educate me, if you'd like to comment under this channel, or if you'd like to tell me right now about my opinion, that's totally fine. You can do that. You've got that freedom. You know, everything that I'm saying is my own. I'm not being promoted by anyone. I'm not being paid or anything like that. No, these are all just my opinions, and opinions are strong, and you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to see who's even your best friends. They can try and manipulate you, and what you're going to do. I'll give you an instance of someone trying to manipulate me, and I saw through it, and I'm no longer friends with this person. One of my really good friends in school, was a big Xbox fan. I don't know why I did Xbox. It was a big Xbox fan, and I am a big enough PlayStation fan. You know. He was trying to tell me that the Xbox is like way better. It's like way better than the PlayStation, and I should switch over to Xbox because that's where all the people are. You know. Now me personally, I'm not going to. I did end up getting the 360, but I got it as a gift, so whatever. So he was adamant. He was trying to make it out like it was fact. Like fact. There's more people playing on Xbox 360. Oh, fact. They have better franchises and all that kind of stuff. Or IPs or whatever. And he was just saying random stuff that he was making out to be fact, but actually it wasn't. You know, it was just his opinion. And he got so salty. He got so salty when you just said anything along the lines of, no, it's not true. Like Sony, the IPs are a lot more popular, you know, like. And yes, that is my opinion. That was my opinion. I didn't do the research. I didn't know. I don't, you know, even to this day, I don't know. So. Diamond says, I think a lot of people think that their opinions are facts. And yes, that. I guess that's true. A lot of people think that they maybe get, they'll maybe show one article out of like 50 to you, and is like, oh yeah, this opinion is actually a fact, you know. And I think that's what happened a lot in the like political landscape in the world right now, you know. A lot of these companies and agendaed people are using social media and this whole anonymity kind of thing to sell what they want to sell, you know, and they're packaging it like it's fact, you know. I think Facebook got into real big trouble because of this whole fake news thing, you know. And you can imagine, like, someone's paid these companies a lot of money to throw these things out there. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So like I said, you have to be very careful with your opinion. When you give it out, try and back it up, you know. And it's no use telling someone, like, so the one opinion that I hear a lot of is, oh, you're ignorant. Okay, then educate me. Tell me where I'm going wrong. You know, you can't just tell someone that they're ignorant and not try and educate them, because then you're not helping anyone. You're not moving the world forward, you know. You're just telling someone, oh, you're ignorant, right? And ignorant just means you don't know, right? So give them some education. Tell them where they're going wrong if they want to hear it. If they don't want to hear it, then that's on them, you know. And Shazam says it's the same with different newspapers, persuade, change of views of topic or product. You see, that's true. And one of the big reasons why I don't read newspapers, they are packaging their opinions out as facts. You know, I'm not going to name any of these newspapers, but there's definitely, especially when the whole Brexit vote was out there, that they were trying to persuade you to vote one way or the other. It's like, oh, let's get our borders in control. You know, vote yes, or even on the other side, they were lying about this, and they'll throw someone under a bus or something like that, and be like, hey, they're not real, that kind of stuff. You don't really see many facts in newspapers anymore, because papers are in the business of selling newspapers. They're not there to give you facts. They're there to sell you their newspaper. And what sells a newspaper quicker is a nice, big, juicy, fat opinion of something that is relevant in the news. So Diamond says, I like having conversations where people's opinions are different because you get to see things from other people's perspective on things. That's also true too. That's also true too. And you see, that's the thing. I'm all about the educating of people. Getting their opinion on something. Like this is something kind of tame, but I was watching this video on someone tasting octopus, and they were saying how it tasted. Now I personally don't eat octopus, but it was nice to get that. It was nice to live in their shoes for a second, and they were going through like all the texture and how it tasted. I'm probably not going to try it, but it's nice to see that. It's nice to hear their opinion on something that I can't do. It's nice to hear their opinion on countries, and it comes like countries that you probably won't ever visit, and that's perfect, because they're using their voice to show you the world, in whether it's food or culture or people or whatever, that kind of stuff. And they're giving you reasons for doing that. Now, if they went to a place and they say, oh, I don't like this, I don't, are you more likely to listen to a person that just says, oh, it's bad? Or are you more likely to listen to someone that will tell you why it's bad? Be like, oh, I went to this place, but the atmosphere wasn't great, it was too loud, the music was too loud, or like the food wasn't great, I just smelled smoke. I'm more likely to listen to that person that is giving me the reasons why I should probably steer away from this place, than a person that just says, oh, don't go to this place, it's bad. So you kind of have to really, if you're going to share your opinion, make sure you back it up with something, and because then it will give you that more of that impact, and all they take, I would say, just take opinions from people that you trust. If your opinions align, then that's great. Diamond says, it's about being open-minded enough to understand that everyone doesn't think the same, everyone is different, has different experiences, and that's what it is. Your experiences shape your opinions, and your opinions shape other people, right? But don't just go with one opinion, go with many opinions. Listen to what people say, look at where they are coming from, and then shape your own opinion. If you get say a new restaurant open up, 50 people say, oh, it's good, 25 people say it's bad, then go ahead, check it out. If 50 people are saying it's good, it's bad, and 50 people or whatever. Sorry, 50 people are saying it's bad and 50 people are saying it's good. Go check it out for yourself and make that opinion for yourself, you know? Like, I guess I'm very opinionated, especially when it comes to food and restaurants. There's certain places that I don't eat where I live because I just don't like it. So if someone asks for my opinion, I'll be straight up and tell them why I don't like it. But I never say, it tastes horrible. I'll tell them why, like, my burger was burnt or whatever, you know. And I think it's just one of those things. Oh, my tea is nearly finished. So you know what that means, guys. It's nearly time to go. I hope you guys kind of, if anything, I hope you guys learned something here. If not, or whatever, you know, I'm not going to try and educate you guys. I just wanted to throw a question out there for you. Who do you trust the most? Sorry, not whose opinion do you trust the most? Not who do you trust the most. I ain't gonna be that personal. Whose opinion do you trust the most? People that are closest to you, the big brands, you know, the people that maybe could be a rival, people that have been paid to promote something, you know. I would like to know whose opinions you trust the most, and let me know, guys. Let me know. Feel free to post a comment wherever you feel like posting it. Like that way, I have a Discord, I have a YouTube, which I'm going to upload this. But I'm not sure how good this is. It's probably not very good, you know. I'm very, very freaking nervous still. I was planning on doing this every day, but I don't think I can do this every day. I am going to probably do it Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Also, there'll be a community night on Friday. But thank you for watching. It was very short. I know it was very short, but let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.